Already today's daily challenge, the Financier Stealth, Fog, Bloodless, and Unintimidating. There's Unintimidating, that's kind of, well, one of the main things about all of this, since now we have to hack instead of, well, interrogating. But it's not like that would have mattered that much anyway, since we probably would have just gotten a safe combination, which isn't exactly very useful. You did not just try and do that to me. Right then. I mean, that's one bad part about Unintimidating. For that spot, we can't really just hostage and move the guard. And who knows, we might get a bad red. We might get a bad ragdoll. Aside from that, there's Fog, which... I mean, that's some excellent visibility, and that's about it. Finally, for Bloodless, we can't just shoot everyone. It's not going to be a very viable plan, but we can knock everyone out. I mean, it's not like we can intimidate everyone either, since it's still Unintimidating. So effectively, our only choices are just knocking people out. I mean, we still can't shoot anyone. And theoretically, we could actually just not shoot anyone. Mainly because that's kind of how... Could you not? Right then, we could always just go up over here. Loop this camera first, so that absolutely no one's gonna care. Then we could go over here, loop this camera, and it seems like Cyber has actually unlocked the door. Hopefully, the door isn't open, because currently the alarms are still up, and if that door does get open, well, we probably wouldn't be in for a great time. But evidently, it seems like Cyber is trying to get open a second door, but the alarms are down now, and I mean, now we've got 3 doors open. Which works perfectly fine. I'm going to remove this photograph before we actually start a hack, since, who knows, it's not gonna be the first one that we check. And it's certainly going to actually reduce the chance that it's going to be over there. At least if we control it well. Now if you could just not do this to me, that would be absolutely fantastic. But quite unfortunately right now, actually, hold on. We could rip this one down too. And if it's going to be right over here, that's going to be extremely unfortunate. Alright, it wasn't extremely unfortunate. So we will probably, potentially, have at least a decent location later on. So we could always remove this one. It might be this one. It might not. But that essentially eliminates 3 of the 4 bad locations, which... the 4th one is very easily resolved by removing that photograph. Which I believe Cyber's doing right now. So once that's down, then well, effectively our chances for actually getting something really, really bad later on are now reduced. So we're just gonna go through. Hello there, guards. That's a lot of guards. You're right over there, and I know you need to walk past, and I do not want to get detected, so please continue moving. But as for me, I'm realizing that the computer is still in the kitchen, and if we're not there, then, well, that was a horrible choice. I believe Cyber could interact with that computer, and that would be quite nice, since... Hello there. Hello there, all of you. I do not want to be involved with any of this, any of the 3 guards and once Ryan, but Cyber's going to take this photograph down. We're going to get walked in on by a lot of guards. You're going to continue walking despite having that happen. And then this is not going to work. I'm just going to... Well, I mean, we could always do this. And you can just not care, right? At least that's the plan. Why are you still looking at me? Right then, please stare at the wall. That will be absolutely fantastic, so I can get the safe open, grab that hard drive, and then at some point, lure Ryan, whilst ignoring these very, very paranoid guards, which I really do not want to deal with. I'm realizing that taking out my gun doesn't actually do anything, so we're just going to lure Ryan normally. You're going to walk in here. I'm going to bring you slightly further in. And even further in. Or actually just knock you out, since it's still Unintimidating, and I really do not want to try getting behind even more cover. But now that we've bagged Ryan up, we're just going to ignore the very, very paranoid guards. And as Cyber shoots windows, we're going to go over here, and then we're going to escape. And that's the daily challenge done in just over 4 minutes and 20 seconds. I thought I heard an alarm. Cheers everyone, have a great time. you.